Big story that's coming in at the moment from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has referred to a constitution bench to decide various issues on imposition of death penalty and the need to have uniform guidelines on mitigating circumstances in favor of convicts. So that's the big story coming in from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court referring to the Constitution bench to decide various issues on the imposition of death penalty and the need to have uniform guidelines on mitigating circumstances in favor of convicts. The Supreme Court there referring that case to the Constitution bench regarding the death penalty matter. Meenakshi Bhanja joining us for more on this. Meenakshi, decode this case for us.
Well, yes, Rohit, just moments back, you see, usually it is a division bench composition of the Supreme Court, which hears contentious, sticky matters and passes judgments. But on matters which has pan-India import, like this case, the Supreme Court also refers it to a larger bench composition, which is the Constitution bench composition of the top court, to adjudicate on contentious, sticky subjects. A Constitution bench composition is no less than 5 judges of the Supreme Court. So by virtue of the present ruling today, a 2-bench composition of the Supreme Court has referred this question to a larger bench composition, which is the Constitution bench of the Supreme Court, to decide on various issues on the imposition of death penalty and the need to have uniform guidelines on mitigating circumstances in favor of death row convicts. Because a quick background for our viewers, very often we see death row convicts, even after the rejection of a mercy petition from the President of India's office, keep on the petition alive in the Supreme Court, challenging the President of India's rejection as well. So there is a constant cycle between the judiciary and the executive, which is kept alive once the mercy petition is also, rejected by the Honorable President's office. So this matter, which has now been referred to a constitution or no less than 5 judges composition of the Supreme Court, is seeking to decide on mitigating circumstances which really mitigate the offense of a death row convict. And therefore, this is going to be a superior bench composition, no less than 5 judges of the Supreme Court now, that will decide this going forward, Rohit.
All right, Meenakshi, thanks very much for joining us with those details.